The West's colonialist legacy and Turkey's strategic shift, a historical perspective. The West's colonialist attitudes and perceived superiority have long shaped its interactions with the rest of the world, often driving countries to seek alternatives beyond Western influence. This dynamic is particularly evident in Turkey's recent history. For over 2 decades, I have anticipated the shifting tides in global power dynamics, particularly as young, educated individuals from Turkey sought opportunities in Asia. This essay explores the historical factors that have driven this shift, the impact of Western influence on Turkey, and the broader implications for global geopolitics, including Turkey's underground wealth, its evolving alliances, and the strategic importance of its presence in Africa and the new Turkic organization. Colonialism and Western arrogance. The case of Turkey. The West's colonialist mindset has historically exerted significant pressure on countries like Turkey. Following the decline of the Ottoman Empire, Turkey emerged as a nation grappling with the remnants of colonial exploitation. The early 20th century saw Turkey under severe Western influence, particularly during the post-World War I period, when the Treaty of Sèvres, 1920, sought to dismantle the Ottoman Empire and carve out spheres of influence for various Western powers. Although the subsequent Treaty of Lausanne, 1923, restored Turkey's sovereignty, the influence of Western powers persisted. The arrogance of Western colonial powers and their superior attitudes created a sense of disenfranchisement among Turkey's educated youth. This disillusionment drove many to seek better opportunities in Asia, where countries like China and India were beginning to chart their own paths to economic independence. U.S. influence and corruption. The post-Ataturk era. The rise of Mustafa Kemal Ataturk marked a significant turning point in Turkey's history. Ataturk's reforms aimed to modernize and secularize Turkey, positioning it as a sovereign state free from colonial dominance. However, the decades following Ataturk's death saw a series of corrupt and ineffective leaders who, instead of continuing his vision, led Turkey into a state of dependency. During the Cold War, Turkey was a key ally of the United States, strategically positioned between Europe and the Middle East. However, this alliance came at a cost. The military and economic aid provided by the U.S. often came with strings attached, influencing Turkey's domestic and foreign policies. The corrupt leadership that followed Ataturk's era failed to leverage this aid effectively, resulting in an energy-dependent and impoverished nation. This pattern of dependency and exploitation mirrors the experiences of many African and Middle Eastern countries, which faced similar challenges due to colonial and neo-colonial practices. The strategic importance of underground wealth in the Eastern Mediterranean. One of the most significant factors shaping Turkey's future is its vast underground wealth, particularly in the Eastern Mediterranean. The region is rich in oil and gas reserves, as well as rare materials like thorium and barium. These resources hold immense strategic and economic value, making them a critical factor in Turkey's geopolitical positioning. Turkey's potential to exploit these resources has been hindered by external powers. For decades, Western interests have sought to control or restrict access to these valuable assets, maintaining Turkey's dependency on foreign energy supplies. The discovery and development of these resources could significantly alter Turkey's economic landscape, providing a substantial boost to its national economy and reducing its reliance on external aid. China and India, models of economic independence. In contrast to Turkey's struggles, China and India have made remarkable strides in regaining economic independence from Western influence. China's economic reform period, beginning in the late 1970s under Deng Xiaoping, marked a decisive break from its past isolationist policies. By opening up to global markets while maintaining control over its economic policies, China transformed itself into a global economic powerhouse. India, similarly, pursued economic liberalization in the early 1990s, moving away from its previous socialist policies. Both countries, with their vast populations, were able to develop robust internal markets and achieve substantial growth largely independent of Western pressures. These transformations underscore a broader trend where countries with significant domestic markets and strategic economic policies can achieve growth despite external pressures. China and India's success has demonstrated that economic independence is attainable, challenging the traditional colonialist dynamics that have long influenced global trade and politics. Turkey's strategic shift, BRICS, SCO, and NATO. As Turkey navigates its future, its strategic shift towards alliances such as BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, and the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, SCO, reflects its desire to diversify its global partnerships and reduce its reliance on Western powers. Membership in these organizations could provide Turkey with greater economic opportunities and political support, aligning it with countries that share its interests in countering Western dominance. Turkey's potential departure from NATO, while a contentious issue, would represent a significant shift in its foreign policy. NATO membership has historically been a cornerstone of Turkey's strategic alignment with the West. However, the increasing tension between Turkey and its Western allies, combined with its desire to assert greater control over its resources and geopolitical position, may lead Turkey to re-evaluate its role within the alliance. Behind-the-scenes strategic maneuvering, Israel's ambitions. A critical but often hidden aspect of Turkey's geopolitical struggles is the strategic game being played by Israel, particularly in its relations with the US and the UK. Israel's ambitions, rooted in the vision of Theodor Herzl, have included expanding its territorial claims in the region. Herzl's vision of a promised land extends beyond the borders of modern Israel and has, at times, included aspirations towards parts of Turkey's southern region. Israel's strategic maneuvering involves pushing the US and the UK to support its objectives in the region, including exerting pressure on Turkey. This behind-the-scenes game has significant implications for Turkey, potentially leading to increased tensions and conflict. The geopolitical strategy may involve encouraging Western powers to adopt more aggressive stances against Turkey, thereby facilitating Israel's own territorial ambitions. The possibility of a conflict in which Israel, with Western backing, might seek to invade and control parts of southern Turkey is a real concern. This scenario reflects a continuation of the colonial and neo-colonial practices of manipulating geopolitical tensions to achieve territorial and strategic goals. Such a conflict could further destabilize the region and exacerbate the complex relationships between Turkey, the US, the UK, and Israel. Turkey's presence in Africa and the new Turkic organization. In recent years, Turkey has expanded its influence into Africa, establishing a strategic presence that includes economic investments and diplomatic relations. Turkey's engagement in Africa reflects its broader geopolitical strategy of diversifying its partnerships and accessing new markets. This presence not only enhances Turkey's economic footprint, but also positions it as a significant player in the region's development. Moreover, Turkey has been instrumental in forming a new organization comprising Turkic nations, which represents a substantial shift in the balance of power in Asia. This organization includes over 300 million people and aims to create a unified front among Turkic-speaking countries. By leveraging its defense products and military capabilities, Turkey is strengthening its role within this coalition, enhancing regional stability and challenging the dominance of Western powers. The new Turkic organization is expected to play a pivotal role in shaping the future of Asian geopolitics. Its collective population and military capabilities, supported by Turkish defense technology, provide it with significant leverage. This coalition's emergence could alter traditional power dynamics in the region, offering a counterbalance to Western influence and presenting new opportunities for economic and political cooperation among its member states. Future conflicts and strategic interests. Looking ahead, the geopolitical landscape suggests potential conflicts involving Turkey, the US, and Israel. The strategic interests of Israel, particularly in the context of its so-called Promised Land, may lead to heightened tensions. As Israel continues to expand its influence, there is a growing possibility of conflict with Turkey, especially over regional resources and strategic positions. The possibility that Israel may also claim parts of Africa as part of its territorial ambitions adds another layer of complexity to the situation. Such moves could further exacerbate tensions between Turkey and the US, as well as impact broader regional stability. Conclusion. The historical interplay of Western arrogance, colonialist attitudes, and the resulting dependency of nations like Turkey reveals a complex tapestry of global power dynamics. While Turkey has shown significant patience and resilience, the influences of historical corruption and external manipulation have shaped its current position. In contrast, countries like China and India have demonstrated that economic independence is possible despite Western pressures. The strategic importance of Turkey's underground wealth, coupled with its evolving alliances, growing presence in Africa, and the formation of the Turkic organization, will play a crucial role in determining its future. Additionally, the behind-the-scenes strategic games involving Israel's ambitions further complicate Turkey's geopolitical challenges. As Turkey continues to navigate its path amidst rising tensions and shifting alliances, the lessons from its past and the emerging trends in global politics will shape its trajectory on the world stage.